Hey guys, welcome into Cobb's Corner on the Eye on College Basketball YouTube channel. I am CBS Sports college basketball writer David Cobb, and we are here to let you know who our freshman of the week is in college basketball for games played January the 11th through the 17th. So this guy it's been a long time coming. He has been creeping up our rankings. And what we have been waiting for with this week's Freshman of the Week is that breakout performance against a high-quality opponent. And we finally got it this week from TyTy Washington. It wasn't just a breakout performance. It was a truly unbelievable day for TyTy Washington and for Kentucky. He led all scorers in the game with 28, as the Wildcats shot a higher percentage from the field against Tennessee than they had in any game during John Calipari's 13-year tenure as coach. And you're talking about a Tennessee defense that entered the day ranked number 2 in defensive efficiency at KenPom. And TyTy was a huge part of that, going 10 of 13 from the floor, and also making a lot of really nice defensive plays. I think he was credited for 3 steals, but you can just see watching the game how active his hands are and how disruptive he can be for opposing offenses. And that was certainly the case on Saturday as well. Also, he found Kellen Grady in transition on a couple of really big-time threes that got Rupp Arena rocking in that first half. So even though Severe Wheeler is back in the lineup now and back at the primary point guard position, you still see the point guard pass-first instincts with TyTy Washington coming through. So he's not only our freshman of the week, he actually bumps up a spot this week to number 3 in our season-long top 10. So TyTy Washington is among those who are trending up this week in the top 10. Not alone in that category, also trending up, Trevor Keels from Duke, I think is going to be in the rankings again this week. I believe he was in there earlier this season, but he's just been really consistent as of late to get back in the mix there for Duke. So doing a lot of things aside from scoring. I know his three-point shooting percentage is not fantastic. He's shown flashes of being a spot shooter for them, but really it's the distribution, the defense, kind of some of the intangible stuff that he's doing for a Duke team that is holding steady in the top 10. And he is headed towards a pretty big showdown with another guy who I think is trending up in the season-long freshman rankings, and that is Matthew Cleveland from Florida State. So the Seminoles kind of fell off the face of the earth early this season, but as they typically tend to do under Leonard Hamilton, they are trending up as a team, and that is largely because Matthew Cleveland is trending up as a player. He's not going to knock down many threes for you, but he's super efficient inside the arc as a pretty physical, big freshman wing. So really excited for a Tuesday night battle between Trevor Keels and Matthew Cleveland. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up guarding each other some in that game. So, of course, when some players trend up and enter the top 10 of our freshman rankings, some trend down. And among those we have trending down this week are Kendall Brown from Baylor, who has kind of fallen off the face of the earth offensively for the Bears during Big 12 play to this point. He didn't do much during either of their losses this past week, and by no means am I blaming Kendall Brown for why Baylor became the first team ever to lose 2 home games in 1 week as the AP number 1. But it would be nice for them in the long run if he could get incorporated into the mix offensively for them again. And I think he will be. It's just a matter of, they played a couple of really, really good defenses in Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. And, those teams were big and physical on the wing and negated some of Kendall Brown's athleticism. I think in the long run, he'll be fine, but this week he is trending down. Also trending down, Ryan Nimhard from Creighton. He's been really solid. I'm not knocking the guy whatsoever, but when players trend up, others trend down. Creighton's been a little bit inconsistent. Nimhard's turnover woes are, kind of creeping up there, continuing to persist now throughout the season and into Big East play. So he'll have a chance to get back in the top 10, but he's not there this week. And then Aminu Muhammad from Georgetown also drops out. Still having a great year. He's a bright spot for a team that's not very good, but he had a really bad game against Butler, and so for now he is trending down. So who is number 1, in the freshman rankings this week? I mentioned to you that TyTy Washington is up to number 3, surpassing Chet Holmgren, who falls to number 4 from Gonzaga this week. At number 1, it's still Paulo Banchero. He had 21 on just 11 shots against NC State on Saturday. Super efficient. Just continues to be so consistent, so effective. Aside from those cramping issues he had the first couple weeks of the season, he's just been unbelievably consistent for Duke. And, right on his heels still, Jabari Smith. And to be honest, you could have given Freshman of the Week to any of the top three. It would have been Paolo Banchero, Jabari Smith, or TyTy Washington. And you could have made a case for any of those guys to be Freshman of the Week. Jabari had 25 in Auburn's huge win at Alabama. And, he's going to have a chance to prove, maybe that he's the number one freshman in the country when Auburn and Kentucky square off on Saturday on CBS. So a huge game there between two of the country's top freshmen. But for now, I think Banchero, he's averaging more points per game. He's so important to Duke, as we covered last week, that I just think that he is clearly the number one freshman in the country as of now. So we'll see how it shakes out this week with TyTy Washington and Paolo Banchero getting ready to square off. TyTy Washington and Jabari Smith getting ready to square off on CBS on Saturday. It should be a phenomenal game. You know what? And if you got any issue with TyTy Washington being the freshman of the week over those two guys, look, I'm not going to fight you on it. I think either of those guys could have been the freshman of the week. But 28 points on 10 of 13 shooting from the field against Ken Palm's number 2 ranked defense, I don't know. That's tough to top. So a tip of the cap to Mr. Washington, who has just been great all season. He's finally got a breakout performance against a high-quality opponent to his name. And so we salute you, TyTy, and look forward to your big game against Auburn on Saturday. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.